So now that we have it set up to where these zombies, they go to the corresponding points, we have all the information we need with our controller and whatnot. I want to go ahead and start working on the part of doing the attacking. So I'm more or less going to be, I guess, kind of prototyping this part in Blueprint, and it's just going to be a gameplay ability. And all I want is the zombies to simply perform an attack, and at some point in that attack, I guess in my case, we can just test it with the end, remove a board. So let's go to our, actually, because this is going to be temporary, let's just do it in our main zombies folder. Blueprint class, let's do a gameplay ability. We'll do GA underscore zombie underscore attack barricade. All right, so inside of the activate, let's just do we want to play montage. Is that for the ability? Yeah, ability task. And we want to do an attack. And then let's see, stop when the ability ends. And in our case, we're just going to do when it is finished. So on complete, we can add a delay of, we'll do 1 second, 2 seconds, and then simply run it again. So once we have that, let's go to our core folder, go to our zombie pawn, to the ability system, and for the starting abilities, we want the corresponding attack barricade ability. So we can add that in. And when we get to our attack, we basically just want to have the zombie fire off an ability. And real quick, because it's bugging me, I'm kind of curious to make sure that this all still looks correct on the client, which it should. They should all be going to their corresponding positions. And yeah, okay. I don't know why that was just kind of pressuring in my head to try. So in our attack, we need to activate that ability. So let's go ahead and make a new task. We'll just duplicate the print string and call it. Let's do try activate ability by class. Okay, so we need to know the owning actor. So this, in our case, will just be the, let's do well, what do they call it? Actor, because I think that is what it is in the context, which it is. Set the category to context. Set the variable type to actor. Then from there, we need a new variable, which would be the, let's do ability class. So we'll do a gameplay ability, class reference, and we can make this instance editable. So from the actor, we want to get the ability system component and try activate ability by class with the corresponding class being the ability class. All right, so let's do a branch. And if it could not be activated, we want to finish task passing in false. So it's actually probably not a bad idea as well to have a debug message of could not activate ability. And we'll just make it red. Really need to kind of get into the habit of doing that. But anyhow, in our attack state here, let's add a new task of activate ability. So we have our actor. Now for the context, we want the attack barricade. So once the zombies reach their position, it should, at least in theory, start doing an attack montage. Only if they are up here though, just like that guy, and this guy. So they wait about 2 seconds and attack again. Now to check replication, which the montages from the ability task should replicate. We can see the same thing works. Then if I kill this guy, you can see the middle guy then starts to attack. So that's basically the logic. So once we get to, let's go to our ability, this point here. So I really don't want to do the on complete, so I'll just do on blended out because it runs at least it should run a little bit sooner, unless there is, I don't know if there, what was that called? It was a wait. Yeah, wait gameplay event. Okay, so that does exist. So we want this one because we're already more or less actually using it. So the event tag is going to be the gameplay event zombie attack. Only trigger once, false, match exact, true. And when this has been received, we want to remove a board. So let's do a custom event. Remove board. Likewise, remove board. So in here, we want to grab our avatar. So get, actually, is it get a controller? Rats, there's get player controller. I don't want that. From actor info. All right, I don't think there's a choice. So get avatar actor from actor info. We want to get the controller. What is it? Get AI controller? Yeah, because there was a helper. And from here, we want to go ahead and cast it to our zombie AI controller, like so. This way, we can grab the barricade and we can remove something board. Was it break board? Yeah. So we can break a board at, some sort of index. So in our case, we're just going to break index 0. So we should just see one board pop off. Like so. And they all keep, applying impulse to the same board. But that's good. So let's go to our barricade really quick. And we have our repair, break, yada, yada, yada. So we could really use some kind of helper function here that will give us the next, I guess, non-broken board. So let's make a new U function, blueprint pure, category to barricade. Let's do int32. Let's do get non-broken, or get next non-broken board. And here we can simply iterate over. So for, let's do, what was it? F, was it board? Yeah, F barricade board. Board in boards. And if board dot is not broken, we want to return that index. Otherwise, we return index none. And this should actually be a normal index-based loop. So int32i equals 0, I is less than boards.num, increment I, and we're going to set board to equal boards at index I. And in our case, we can actually make it a constant, and we want to return I. Okay, so, yeah, let's just have a pointer to the board instead. Okay, so this should be pretty self-explanatory. So let's go ahead, close out of the editor, and recompile and relaunch. All right, so we're going to have to start working on some logic. So when a board breaks, we need to also check and see, okay, is, what do you call it? Is the barricade I guess you could say, accessible. And if it is accessible, then the zombies need to start basically moving to a new location to try to enter the barricade. And then if it's not accessible, after that, they need to go back and kind of find their starting positions again. But anyhow, we have our break board. From here, we need to get a non, or the next non-broken board. And this should allow them to basically just start, well, breaking boards. Let's try with 2 clients. And let's see, where did we crash? On gameplay ability interact, line 140. So I'll check that out really quick while I'm relaunching. Okay, just gonna go ahead and relaunch. See what the odds are that it happens again, because I think I pressed a key. There we go. Alright, so we're both watching. The boards are just being pulled off. And then at some point or another, no more boards. And we crash because we accessed index none at -1, like so. So that is good. So what we can do is have a simple way to end the ability, either kind of more or less 2 ways. I'm not sure which route I want to go yet, but basically, when the barricade has been broken, so we break all the boards, which we can check in here, then what we want to do is loop through all of the zombies that we are currently, what do you call them, that are currently targeting the barricade, for example, or just waiting even, and tell them, hey, this barricade is now enterable, in which case they would go to their enter state, basically. Once they are in their enter state, they can go through and start moving to a specific barricade position, and then performing a montage to vault basically into the level. And then at that point, that's basically it. They just transition to the other state tree, which is the find and attack player. So the thing we have to be aware of as well is if they break all the boards on the barricade and they start to try to enter, and then the player starts rebuilding the barricade, we need to prevent the zombies that are in the back from moving, continually trying to move through the barricade. Instead, they need to go back essentially to, they're one of those claimed slots. So they're basically going to have to, I guess, just reclaim a slot, and that's kind of more or less it. So when the board has been broken, basically what we have to do is just free up all the slots. However, we still need to keep record of what zombies are, basically at what barricade. So once a zombie has fully entered the barricade, they've vaulted into the level to where they are in play, then that zombie can be removed entirely from whatever the barricade is keeping track of. So that's kind of the idea that we could do there. The other option is we can end, use that to also end the ability. But the other option for ending the ability is if our get next non-broken board returns index none, that means there are no more boards to break, or pull off. So we can just simply end the ability and tell the barricade, hey, I'm trying to enter, basically. So that's another route. So it just kind of more or less comes down to, I guess, design. But again, I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about handling it just yet. That's why I'm still, doing all this prototyping stuff in Blueprint. But regardless, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.